right? You ever heard the term, if it ain't snowing, we ain't going, and you know what I'm saying? Little shit like that. You know, we get bashed for it. We get bashed for not liking black girls. If we don't like black girls, what is wrong with that? Like, if we just don't find black girls attractive, right? We just look at girls, we just look at the black girls like they just not, they're at the bottom of the barrel for us, right? What is wrong with that?
What I don't get is this. Why is it that it's expected that people who are black women are expected to prefer black men? That's what I find weird. Like, these same type of black men get mad when black women are like, they don't prefer you either. Can we get along in that way? That's what I never get. Like, can we get along in that way, that we don't prefer each other? They always seem like they get offended by it. In my experience, it's like, okay, you don't like black women. Can we have a commonality? Like, neither of us are attracted to black people, right? So, you should understand my perspective for not being attracted to black people, because you're not attracted to black people. At least, I don't know. I've never experienced them being calm about that. It's almost like they're ready to attack in a weird way. It's like, well, what do you want people to respond to you? How do you want people to respond to you on this? Do you want people to be angry or sad or whatever? It's almost like they want people to be sad. It's almost like they care about black women's feelings. It's if they want black women to want them. I don't know. Continue though.
Now that was a video. So I'm gonna give you my opinion. Again, I'm not always right. Guys, scroll if you don't like what I have to say. I am a person who is very understanding. When a guy tells me and he's black and says, I don't like black girls, I don't take offense to it. You know, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You know, some guys like other flavors, and that's okay. But the thing that a lot of black men don't understand, especially ones like this.
Yeah, I never saw any problem with that personally. I mean, like I said, I would rather try and get along in that regard, because I feel like black men who like black women, it's always been a little problematic for someone like me, because, I mean, like, if you don't prefer someone and they prefer you, it's not really a good situation when you're a woman. But yeah, continue.
You're sitting here talking down to black women, saying we're bottom of the barrel. That doesn't make no sense. Why do you have to be disrespectful to get your point across? You see what I'm saying? Like,
the reason why is because it's projection, most likely. The bottom of the barrel statement, I feel, is a problem that black men deal with personally, with their personal lives when it comes to dating, because this is no attack to black men, honestly. Black men and black women struggle sometimes racially. That's just how it is, and I think there's a lot of racism sometimes, and because of that, some black men struggle dating, and so they say that black women are a part of the bottom of the barrel because they feel like they are at the bottom of the barrel. They feel like women don't take them seriously. So that's why they do that to black women, I think. I think it's a part of being a man. Men tend to project what has happened to them and implement it on other people who are weaker than them. This isn't specific to black men, it's specific to men in general. But that's just what I think, you know. We have different views on men. But anyway, continue.
I can easily say, I love, black boys or whatever, but white boys are bottom of the barrel. Why do I gotta say that? Why can't I just say I love black kings? You see where I'm going with this? And by the way, I love all boys. I love black, white, all men. So, I just don't understand why y'all gotta be disrespectful and do that. And you know what's even more sad? The fact that black men want black women to defend them, but this is how you guys talk about us. You see why it's hard to defend y'all when y'all don't defend us? And I'm not speaking for me because I advocate for men. I advocate for all men. But that's why a lot of black women don't support y'all, because you put them down. And you know what's another sad thing to me? The fact that you guys care so much about someone's skin tone, whether she's black, whether she has this type of hairstyle, this and this. Dude, what is wrong with this world? Like, don't you guys love people for who they are? Don't you love people for their hearts? And to me, black women are not the bottom of the barrel. And I'm not saying that.
Honestly, I think the reason they focus on that is because of, like I said, the masculine way to handle issues sometimes is to project onto others. So when you deal with racism, when you deal with certain problems in your society, it makes sense to see color and see hair texture and so forth in other people and racial characteristics, and to make more of a value towards someone who's lighter or has softer hair, because they're basically projecting from how they feel about themselves, because of the things they experience in their life for not having those features, basically. And basically, if you think of it, they're trying to make it where their descendant and their children don't have to deal with what they dealt with. That's how I feel about it. And I mean, it's sad because, I mean, like, they struggled. That's mainly what their problem is because of racism that they struggled with makes them project that way, I think. Continue.
Because I'm black. Dude, my first pick is going to be a black woman, black man, always. Then after that, I'll talk to Latinas, whatever. After that, that's my preference. You see what I'm saying? But do you see how I'm not attacking the rest of them and saying they're bottom of the barrel? Choose your words wisely. Because I'm pretty sure your mom's black. I'm pretty sure there's black women in your family. And I would hate to see my son talking like this and I'm a black mother. Come on now, dude. Do better. And also, the one thing I'm going to add is I was raised in a Hispanic household, even though I am black. I met my dad later. The one thing my dad taught me, and he's black, guys, he taught me to be respectful towards my own race. And, of course, I gravitate towards Mexicans. That's my culture. But when I see black women now in real life, hey, how are you? Hey, beautiful. Always saying hi to them. Same thing with black men. We are supposed to be sticking together at all times, not tearing each other down. The more you guys tear black women down, the more they will belittle you every time. When you guys start advocating for them and start having their back, I guarantee you, black women will have a change of heart. But you have to be that. Your guys are men. You're the leaders. We follow. Do better.
Yeah, I honestly feel like on the whole issue, if there was no, I think there's too much warring between male and female in the black male and female internet life, I guess, and in life in general, even you can see it. Even though personally I don't really deal with it as much as I see it in other aspects, but often you see a lot of warring between the black male and the black female. It's a big gender war, and because of that, that's why a lot of women don't defend black men because of that war, basically. To me personally, I don't think they wouldn't be an option to me, but I wouldn't say much about them at all. In a negative sense, if it weren't for the fact that there tends to be a back and forth, I've always wanted to be more on the neutral side when it comes to black men, and also not to be so inverted into my own personal preferences, rather more focus on just whatever the topic is to talk about, and just like whoever else's preference that is important for the topic, which usually isn't my own. That's what I always wanted to focus on in a more neutral way. But it's like so many times people try to insert certain, like, gender war language, behavior, and so forth to try and make it where you have to defend yourself and all that stuff. And it's just, that's what I just kind of find like really hard to try to back down from. And I've talked to some content creators about this. But at the end of the day, I have a very different perspective than a lot of those content creators. We come from different walks of life. We have different relationship dynamics. We have different preferences dynamic. They have different background dynamics. So the way I handle things on my channel is very different than how that person handles things on their channel. And I'm not talking about it's Tay Tay. I'm talking about someone else, completely different. But yeah, I actually liked this girl's video. This is one of the few videos I've watched of hers. I haven't watched much of her. And I've done some reviews on some of her videos, but yeah. I just kind of feel like people like this say more about themselves than anything. Not really much about, other people, really, in my opinion, because I feel like they say more about how they feel about their blackness, in my opinion, and being a black man, because they're black too. If you don't like someone because they're black, how do you feel about yourself because you're black, And it's obviously not that they don't like women. I've gone over this conversation before, but I'll say it again. If they prefer women, but they don't prefer black women, then they don't like blackness. Well, the commonality a black man has with a black woman is blackness, which basically means they don't like their own blackness as well. So, to me, that's why it says more about himself and how he feels about himself. And I feel like it's more of a crap on yourself, basically, situation where you're attacking yourself and you don't even realize it. You're attacking your own image, you're attacking who you are physically, and people are just watching, and some people are laughing at you. Some people are like, wow, it sucks to be him type of mentality, And it's almost like satire, but, it's just a bad look all in all. I don't understand why some people don't realize what they're really saying about themselves. So that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe and comment down below. Have a great day. Bye.